Hello, everybody. This is Gerald Salenti, and it's Friday, January 30th, 2026. Whew. Yep, January. What a cold January this is. A lot of snow. Matter of fact, up here in Kingston, New York, it's cold as ice. Whoop. Yep, America, cold as ice. Look at these fucking guys, the way they're dressed up with these masks and all these fucking armaments on them. This is fucking disgusting. We listen to, but we don't like your language. Fuck off. If you could swallow this shit and don't get pissed off at it, I don't want it. You're still in fucking kindergarten. Look at this. Look at this, what they're doing, going into this woman's house. Look at this. America? Not my kind of America. Get it straight. Everybody, I want to get this clear in your head. You're still in fucking kindergarten. All right? They brainwash you a little bit. Time to take a nap. Time to take a nap. I'm not tired. Time to take a nap. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you know what? Teachers, you do what I tell you to do. I don't want to learn algebra. You have to learn algebra. You have to learn biology. You have to learn. It's not what you have to learn it. All right. You know what it is? It goes from kindergarten teachers to grade school teachers to high school teachers to college teachers to fucking slime ball shithead politicians. You're still in school. You do what I tell you. I'm little Andy Cuomo. Don't you know my daddy was? Lock up your... Get out of your office. Close down your business. Stand 6 feet apart. And don't forget, every time you jerk off, you better sanitize your hands. This ice shit, this is a criminal act against the spirit of our country. The founding fathers probably rolling in their grave. Ice. Fuck off. Fuck off. I'm heartbroken to see this. Look what they do to people. And men don't beat up women, you little scumbags. Oh, what they did to that guy. Yeah. 8 cops banging him down, then they shoot him over 10 times. What kind of fucking country is this? I'll tell you what kind. It's a country near you. Anyway, going on to the markets. And by the way, you go to trendsjournal.com and you get this and other gifts that you could give people to show what the world is and where it has to go. Here's a couple more of the things that we put up there. Okay. And of course, you get your shirts because that's the way I feel about politicians all over the world. Hey, politicians, who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? You got it? All right. Anyway, on to the markets. And it was a down day. The S&P fell 0.43. The Dow is down 179 points, down a lot more than that before. The NASDAQ dropped almost 1%, 0.94. And the big news is that Trump picked a new Fed head to replace Powell later on. And this guy, Kevin Wash this. Trump said, I have known Kevin for a long time and have no doubt that he will go down as one of the great, all in caps, Fed chairman, maybe the best. That's what he put on his Truth Social. Truth Social. No truth in that at all. Oh, you known him a long time, huh? Yeah. Member of the gang. Gavish. Yep. So now they're going to say whether, they're going to push interest rates lower because he's been against it sometimes. And that brought the dollar to rally. So the street seems very satisfied with the pick. But spot, gold, and silver, woof, Maron, big hits down, man. Yep. Way down. And what do we got here? Gold, when we went on the air, it was trading at $4,875. And silver selling at $84.79, down $30 plus. So you're looking at gold going down like what, almost about 850. I think we're almost down like $900 from its high, but it's still high. And a lot of this thing had to do with margin calls, because a lot of, again, this is important, that the central banks last year bought 20% less gold than the year before. So it wasn't the central banks that have been pumping this thing up. It's been the traders and people buying it. So your short-term traders, they got to, as the prices go down, they got to sell out. And that's what happened. That's what brought it down. And Brent crude, $70.70. This year, same time last year, was about 76 cents. And it's staying at this level because of the fear that Trump might attack Iran. And if he does it, it'll be over the weekend, like he did it the last time when the equity markets are closed. So if he did that, if he attacks them and he did it during the week, you'd see gold prices and silver prices spike. And again, this is only a temporary down as we see it. And as you know, I've been saying there's going to be a correction in it. I figured like a $500 correction in gold. I didn't think it would go down this big, but I didn't think it would go up as fast as it did. But there's still this same uncertainty. Nothing has really changed. This is a very short game as we see it. And again, you got to see that the margin calls brought it out. You know, that's the big deal here. And you're seeing the Apple went stock, even though they had, a fiscal first quarter that beat expectations, and Microsoft went down 10%, and on Thursday, and that was the worst day since 2020 when the COVID war began. And again, the damage of the COVID war is incalculable. What's going on in China? I'm reading a lot of stuff, and you're looking at apartment sale values in China have gone down. You can't get the exact numbers because they lie about it. 20 to 40% since they hit a high in 2021. And very important, the people aren't buying stuff. And only in the United States, almost 70% of our gross domestic product comes from consumer spending. In China, it's only around 40%. In Europe, it's about 55%. So the people there aren't buying stuff. They're broke. And they're different than Americans. They're saving money rather than spending it. In America, they spend it, though. They don't save it. So anyway, China's staying up because of their exports. And now a lot of the world is getting pissed off at this because they got more products than they need to have, and they're flooding the market with it. And that's hurting a lot of exporters of other products. So, silver is trading at $84. Yep. 79 cents. U.S. producer prices post biggest gain in 5 months. Oh, yeah, that's right. Inflation's still here. Yep. Again, the dollar gained strength because of this guy coming in. But it's you're looking at inflation here. The producer price index. Let's see, how much did it go up? Labor Department, blah 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 blah. U.S. current the PPI for the final demand jumped 0.5% last month, the biggest rise since July. Word is it estimated that it would only go up 0.2%. And so in the 12 months through December, the producer price index is up 3%. And what's the Fed's gauge? 2%. So the deal is going to be, are they going to lower interest rates? And if the economy goes down, interest rates, we say, are going to go down. What else? Producer goods prices were unchanged. So that's good for the consumer. And energy prices drop. And by lower gasoline prices, and food prices fell 0.3% amid a 20.4% plunge in the cost of fresh and dry vegetables. So that's pretty good. Okay. But excluding food and energy, producer good prices advanced 0.4% and went up 0.2% in November. Trade deficit in the United States, despite the tariffs, it grew 95% in November. And again, that silver, by the way, that silver plunge was the worst since 1980. And, this is really something we haven't seen in a long time. Again, central banks rein in gold buying. And again, please, we're giving you everything we can that nobody else is giving you. So please hit that like button and subscribe and get the word out there, because we're getting blacklisted. They don't like me. And so anyway, the purchases by central banks and other institutions such as sovereign wealth funds and government entities fell, according to the World Gold Council. So again, you're looking at gold, gold prices up this year, we're up almost 60%. I mean, last year rather. I mean, it's amazing. So of course you're going to have a pullback. And again, the dollar had its biggest decline in 4 years. So we're going to see, we think this is a temporary thing. And again, Trump said he's not worried about a weak dollar. And as we say in the Bronx, bullshit has its own sound. Trump said he thinks the dollar is doing great. In the meantime, the Swiss franc climbed to a decade high. And what else? Germany cut its annual growth forecast to 1%. It only grew 0.2% this year, but they're building up their military, so that's okay. Apartment rents dropped to the lowest level in 4 years because the people are going broke. And this is an article on CNBC today. Wealth inequality at the K-shaped economy are more striking than ever. Yep, K-shape. So the rich are at the top and the rest of us are at the bottom. It's not a K-shaped economy. It's a fuck you-shaped economy where the billionaires, we give you the numbers, they're in your Trends Journal, get richer and richer and richer, and everybody else is getting poorer and poorer and poorer. And the key measure of wealth concentration, called the Gini coefficient, sits at a 60-year high, according to the report bank published earlier this month. And that's when they just began doing it. Yep. The net worth of the top American 1% hit a record share of nearly 32% in the third quarter. The 1% of the country owns 32% of the country. We're nothing more than plantation workers of Slavelandia. The bottom 50% cumulatively held, you ready? 2.5% of the nation's wealth. The portion of U.S. GDP heading to workers in the form of compensation tumbled to its lowest level in more than 75 years, per data tracked by the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Yep. So again, the rich are getting richer, the rest of us are getting poorer, and that's why you're going to see a Gen Z revolution. Yep. And then again, this is they always quote this guy, Mark Sandy from Moody's. He said, the standard of living has not bunched since the pandemic hit. Since the pandemic, again, the World Health Organization called it a pandemic on March 11th, 2020. China launched the COVID war in January on the Chinese Lunar New Year 2020. January, February, March, when they called it a pandemic that everybody calls it now, the grand total of less than 5,000 people died out of 8 billion. Again, the world has changed since the lockdown. I got to China, every country. And again, nightlife is dead. The vibe is dead. This is disgusting. And again, watch what happens this weekend if Trump attacks. Trump's new Gaza vision collides with reality of devastation on the ground. There's an article in the Financial Times about the Jared Kushner, it's just disgusting. The new Gaza, a bunch of fucking bullshit. Netanyahu, Israel will have control from the river to the sea. Oh, wait a minute. When the Palestinians people were saying that, and the Palestinians, other people repeating it, oh, you were called an anti-Semite. Hey, but it's all right for Netanyahu to say it. Keep stealing the land. Again, this is in violation of the Geneva Convention, Article 242, and the bullshit that Hamas has to get rid of their weapons. That was not the ceasefire deal, and Israel's killed about 500 people since then. They keep stealing more land in the West Bank, but nobody wants to talk about it. Yep, Israel set sight on a wider U.S. security deal. Yeah, steal more of our money to keep killing more people. It'll only take about $4 billion of our money officially each year. And then Tehran told time running out to agree to a deal to avert military strike. Yep, this is Trump. He reiterated that a massive armada is heading to Iran. It's moving quickly with great power, enthusiasm, and purpose. What purpose? It's none of my fucking business what's going on over there. Oh, they may build nuclear weapons. Hey, Gatson, you said you destroyed everything when you bombed them the last time. And they're not making nuclear weapons. The nuclear inspectors show that they're doing this, making nuclear plants like every other country. But you said they destroyed everything the last time. Like with Venezuela, the fleet is ready, willing, and able to rapidly fulfill its mission with speed and violence. Isn't that nice? With violence. This is disgusting. Testifying on Capitol Hill, the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, a little gutless little fucking prick with a bad attitude, said Iran's, quote, regime is probably weaker than it's ever been. Tehran did not have, quote, a way to address the core complaints of its protesters, which is that their economy is in collapse. Yeah, because what the United States and the European Union have done to it. Responding to Trump's post, Iran's permanent mission to the UN said, quote, last time the U.S. blundered into wars in Afghanistan and Iraq, it squandered over $7 trillion and lost more than 7,000 American lives. $7 trillion of our money. They're not tax dollars. It's thievery. You got it? $7 trillion. How about if you put $7 trillion into building our infrastructure up and creating an economy for manufacturing? Fuck off, Salenti, you little guinea wop. You don't know shit. All right, I forget. Yeah. Oh, even they say it here in the Financial Times. Trump's reference to nuclear weapons was at odds with his claims that U.S. strikes on Tehran's facility, quote, had obliterated the Islamic Republic's enrichment program in June. All right? All right? And Iran's regime, days are numbered. You know who said that? Heil Merz, the little scumbag in Germany, the BlackRock guy. Yeah. Oh, fuck. It could be a matter of weeks, but the regime has no legitimacy to govern the country. Hey, mind your own fucking business. Hey, Mercy, go over there and fight, you little fuck. You little fuck, go over there and fight. It's none of our business. Anybody that thinks your business, put on your costume, go over there and fight, or shut your fucking mouth. And I launched Occupy Peace. You got it? And we get no money from the rich. The people that subscribe to the Trends Journal help us, but it's pennies for what we need to make it happen. Yep. Merz also threw his weight behind Italy's push to have the European designate Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard as terrorist organizations. Hey, how about the IDF? How about killing, almost, according to Lancet, over 100,000 Palestinians and bombing it into ruin? How come they're not a terrorist organization? Why, you anti-Semite, Salenti, how dare you say that? Yo, fuck you. Fuck you. And to make it clear, Yep. Trump's playbook backfires in Minnesota. Yeah. Lying piece of shit. In 6 violent encounters, evidence contradicts Trump's immigration officials' narratives of what happened in the fatal shootings. Oh, that's according to Reuters. Yep. You ready? 5 things. This is, I think this is from the Wall Street Journal. Climate of fear, ICE violence. This is CNBC. Climate of fear, ICE violence in Minnesota forces CEOs to weigh the risks of speaking out against Trump. So you got these big companies over there like 3M and Target and United Health, and the CEOs don't have the balls to speak out. U.S. launched 23 strikes on Somalia in January. Hey, you vote for me. I'm going to bring peace on earth. I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars. All right? All right? Young voters are souring on Trump. Gen Z revolution. Look at your top trends for 2026. This is important. It's not only about Trump. It's global. They're broken, busted. I just gave you the K-shaped economy. It's a fuck-shaped economy all over the world. The rich are getting richer and everybody else is getting poorer. And another article here, this is from, which one is it here? The president begins the year with a flurry of pardons for fraud and white-collar crime. Financial Times. The Don. All right? The rich get pardoned, prosecution to the fullest, so we the people, and they don't have to do anything. The share of American medically obese is projected to rise by 50% by 2035. Yeah, keep eating shit. Yeah, don't cook, don't. And by the way, one of my books, as you may know, Natural Healing. So it's not, and I have an honorary doctorate from the National University of Health Sciences. So I'm the same age as Trump, and if I were, I'd blow my brains out. But again, this is very serious what's going on. And if they go to war against Iran, Iran's foreign minister says there's been no recent contact with the U.S. So it's total bullshit what they're selling, that they're trying to talk to Iran. And that was the same thing that they did when they bombed the last time. They said they were having negotiations with Iran, we're coming close to a deal, and it was bombs away the next day. So this is serious what's going on. So listen, subscribe to the Trends Journal. Go to trendsjournal.com. We're giving you history before it happens. And if you subscribe for a year, we give you 2 months free. And it's the grand total of $2.59 a week. So thanks for tuning in, and please watch the interview I did with Judge Napolitano on Wednesday. And see you soon. Thank you.